Hey besties, welcome back to the channel. So lately, I've been trying to go back to how it all started, just to follow and analyze Haessom's love story from the beginning again. In my last video, I talked about their first meeting, and how they both admitted it was a little awkward. They said they had to make an effort to get to know each other better, to play best friends, and that effort even included hanging out before filming started. So with that in mind, I decided to take a proper look at their script reading. I was expecting to see more comfort between them, maybe even a few warm glances here and there, since they must have already started getting to know each other more at this time. But besties, that's not exactly what I saw. A certain someone still kept avoiding eye contact. At first glance, the script reading looked super normal. Just actors reading their lines, focused, professional. But when you really watch closely, the tension between Hae-in and So-min is almost too loud to ignore. Take that moment when Hae-in's drama mom starts speaking French. Everyone burst out laughing. So-min laughed too and turned toward Hae-in, like she naturally wanted to share that funny moment with him. And Hae-in? He laughed, but carefully avoided looking her way.
Suspicious.
It happened again later when something else funny came up. So-min laughed again, this time full-on facing him. But Hae-in just looked down, laughing into his script like that was the most fascinating thing in the world. And here's the thing I started noticing. Every single time he looked toward So-min, it was so quick. Like blink and you miss it quick. He clearly didn't want to lock eyes with her. He was avoiding her eyes like they were going to expose his soul. Now besties, I know some of y'all might be thinking, maybe that's just how introverts are, but there's a big difference between being shy and being low-key flustered by someone you like. A shy person might be quiet or reserved, but they still manage natural eye contact now and then, especially with people they've been spending time with. But Hae-in, he wasn't just shy, he was avoiding. And that's not just introvert energy. That's I like you, and I don't know what to do with myself energy. Now, compare that to how So-min interacted with Ji-eun. So-min is an introvert too, but when she interacted with Ji-eun, they laughed, read their lines naturally, and didn't hesitate to look at each other. Even Ji-eun and Ji-yeon had more open interactions. They didn't avoid each other's eyes. But with Hae-in, it was clear he was avoiding So-min's eyes. And one of the most telling moments was when little Seok-ryu read her lines and everyone laughed because of how cute she was. So-min laughed so hard she rested her head on the table, facing Hae-in. At first, he looked at her, but when she lifted her head and might have been looking directly at him, he instantly looked away. Like, "Sir, are you okay?" Blink twice if the butterflies are winning. But here's what really got me. So-min kept looking at him whenever she laughed. Multiple times. It was like she was reaching out without words. Like, "Did you find that funny too?" Or, "Are we on the same wavelength?" It felt instinctive, like she was trying to connect with him in those little shared moments. And the fact that she kept doing it even when he wouldn't look back, that's what makes her so interesting. She wasn't afraid to engage. Either she was already a bit intrigued by him, or maybe she was trying to gently pull him out of his shell. It created such a clear contrast. So-min had that playful, open energy, like, "I see you." Meanwhile, Hae-in had that panicked, "Oh no, I think I like her too much" energy. Her presence probably was making his heart race. Then there was the part where their characters were bickering. So-min really stepped into character and gave him a solid look. But Hae-in, besties, he tried his best. He glanced at her while delivering his line, then quickly turned away. And he did it twice. He simply couldn't hold a steady gaze like she could. And if you're wondering if this is how Hae-in is with his past co-stars, here is Hae-in at least looking at Sun Ye-jin for a few seconds during the script reading of Something in the Rain. Here is Hae-in looking at and conversing with Chae Soo-bin during the script reading of A Piece of Your Mind. Yes, he was still shy and introverted, but at least he still looked their way. With So-min, he avoided it, even when she was reaching out with her laughter. So yeah, even though they'd already started hanging out and breaking the ice a little, it was clear who was ahead in the comfort department. So-min seemed ready to connect. But Hae-in, he was still trying to keep it together. Because even then, the feelings were already creeping in. And what makes this even sweeter is seeing how much has changed. These days, he's the one always stealing glances, always looking at her, always watching her when she's not even looking. Watching them now, it's so beautiful to see how far they've come. From awkward tension to sweet comfort. What do you think, besties? Did you also catch these little moments? Let me know in the comments.